Hi, Capricorns. This is Kathy. Welcome to my channel, Kathy Mamolen, Psychic Medium. Welcome to your October 2025 Single Psychic Prediction. Today, I'm going to ask my spirit guides, what is the loving energy that's around you? What is coming towards you? I have some charms. I have some initials. I have some clues. Any energy that could be coming your way, what it may feel like. Please use this reading to help you to manifest a love that you are worthy and deserving of, or to confirm a love that has come into your life. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to anybody that's been newly guided here for the first time. I'm so grateful that you're here. Let's see what we have. Spirit, I call upon you for my sun, moon, rising, and Venus. What is it that you need us to know? What is it that you want us to hear at this time? I am listening for you now. I'm trying to figure you out. Ooh, little bit of a, you're a mystery, okay? And there's always that person that, I don't know, they want to know what makes you tick and they can't figure you out. They don't know, you know, what you're looking for or what makes you happy, or you're a challenge to them in some way. Just when they think they've got you figured out, you kind of maneuver in a different direction. They're like, whoa, you know, I wasn't expecting that. So very much a feeling of you're mysterious to them, and they're kind of turned on by that, I think. So I'm going to say this, I'm going to say turns them on. I'm going to commit to that because it's a feeling of who are you is how it came into me. I have an addiction. Okay, so that could be something that you've struggled with in the past. You could be very leery of people who drink or party or pick up people at bars. Maybe you're being very smart with, I have a tendency to attract people who are partiers, but they cross the line, or I like to have a good time, but I don't want to end up with somebody who has a problem. So it could be that you're just really trying to be cautious, which is smart. I want you. Yeah, I'm definitely turned on by you. But I like the rose petals. I like the rose petals. I need time. Okay. I need time. I'm not going to rush into anything. So this person could be trying to seduce you and you're not going for it. You know, you're just kind of saying, hey, you're going to have to work a little bit harder. You're going to have to prove yourself to me before I jump into bed with you. Good for you. I'm having fantasies about you. Yeah, I have a feeling this person's just coming on strong. And this sense of, you know, are you just seducing me or do you want more? Because I definitely feel like you're just seducing me, and I get that, but I guess you're holding them at bay, and that's why you could be the first person who they're probably used to being able to seduce somebody and getting what they want. And you could be the first person who they're doing all their kind of tricks that they're used to doing, and they're not getting what they want. So guess what? You're standing out in the crowd. You're the one that they go, huh, who are you? Like, what's so different about you? How come you're not falling for my lines? How come you're not falling for my, you know, normal behavior, flirting and seduction? But let me tell you, that makes that person think. That person says, you're different. You're not like all the others. And there's something about you that's making this person pause and think that, you know what, there could be something else going on here. This person could be, you know, somebody that I really want to be with. So whatever their tricks are, purity. Okay, maybe you just don't sleep with just anybody. You're like, you know what, I'm not really interested in that. I'm looking for a relationship. I'm looking for somebody to take me out to dinner. I'm not looking for you to come over to my house and watch Netflix. You know, so yeah, are you pure and you know, perfect? No, but maybe you have high standards, you have high values, high morals, and they're starting to see that in you. Okay, I haven't been with anybody in a long time. And it could be you, it could be them. You know, they're looking to have an intimate relationship. Maybe they haven't been with anybody in a long in a long time, but it is a feeling of I have to work a little bit harder at it. And and I do like this whole like you're a mystery to them. I think that's kind of a turn on to them. Let's see what else they want us to know. Spirit, tell me a little bit more about this connection. Let's see where we're headed. I have night songs, hidden talents. Look at that beautiful cardinal. Look for a cardinal. Hidden talents. There could be something about you that they do want to get to the core of you, is how they said it. They want to just see who you are and what you're all about. And you could have incredible talents. You could be gifted. You could have all these abilities. You're good at what you do. The more they get to know you, the more they're going to see that, you have a lot to offer. So I think it's just a matter of time. It's almost like you don't see a red cardinal all the time. So there's a part of me that says you stand out. It's like seeing a winter scene with winter trees and there's nothing kind of there. And then you look and all of a sudden you see this little red spot and you look a little closer and you realize it's a red bird and it just stands out in this kind of winter wash of snow and tree branches. So I feel like you're definitely jumping out somehow at them. I have invisibility and authenticity. So I'm going to say you're doing it without any, it's not like you are putting on a show to stand out. If anything, I feel like it's very authentic. It's yourself. You don't have to put on a show to impress this person. You just naturally stand out. So you're not doing a dog and pony show to get this person's attention. I think it's the opposite. I feel like you're kind of putting up this kind of shield around you, and this person's like, knocking on the door and knocking on the shield saying, I want to get to know you. Who are you? I have a graveyard, unnecessary fear, an ending. Could be worrying about starting over. It could be a fear of, what if I give in? What if I allow you into my heart? Are you going to hurt me? It's that fear that everybody has. But when you're ready, you let them in. When you feel like they have earned it, you let them in. When you feel like you can trust them, you let them in. I have a 3 of Pentacles, the spider web being woven. It's kind of cool. I have a Wheel of Fortune. That spider web's coming into me as you've caught me. I have a beautiful 9 of Pentacles, this kind of dance and a sense of beautiful security and strength. And a 7 of Pentacles. This person definitely sees like you as you've been put in my life for a reason. They want to catch you. There is this gorgeous sense of, how do I catch you in my web? How do I catch you? I have all my Halloween cards out right now. How do I catch you in my web? How do I get you into my life? I feel like you've come into my life, but I want you to want to be in it. I want you to want to become a part of my life and be in my life. So I do feel like this person's going to be willing to work a little bit harder at catching you. I do feel that. I feel like they're going to have to put the 7 of Pentacles they're going to have to put in the time and the energy, that it's not going to just be handed to them, whether it's your time, your soul, your heart, or your body. It's not going to be just handed to them. So this person is, I think, a little taken back because they could be really good looking. They could probably be with a lot of other people. Maybe it's been a lot easier in the past for them to be with other people or to start a relationship. They can start relationships fairly easy if they want, because they're attractive. They could be very charismatic. But they're working harder for some reason for you. And I feel like that's what's intriguing them, that you're not an easy catch. I like that. I have a justice. You know, the person that you end up marrying is usually the person that stands out, is different, behaves different than everybody else ever did. Is like I said, when you try all your tricks and that person says, I know those tricks, I'm really not interested. You know, like, been there, done that. And they're like, really? You know my tricks? I've got to try something else. It's this sense of a challenge to them. So you're different and you're standing out. And there's this uniqueness about you that I guess makes them want to try harder, want to give it all their all. It's almost like a challenge to them. Like, can I capture you? Can I get you to want to be in my world? I have a judgment. There's something going on around either maybe the seduction energy, or we could be, depending on where we are when we're kind of being hit on. If it's a bar and you're like, ugh, it's just somebody hitting on me. I get hit on all the time. Go away, you know. Or this person's, you know, drinking too much. This person might have a problem. So that judgment's coming in where I don't know enough about you. I'm not interested in being with somebody who hangs out at a bar all the time and gets drunk and hits on people. So, you know, it's that kind of self-preservation where you're saying, who is this person and what are their intentions? So we just don't have enough information yet. I have a 4 of Wands. You know, this is a little bit of a what if. You know, what if this is the person that you end up with one day? You know, you end up with them, you end up marrying them. You know, they somehow win your heart. They don't give up. They somehow catch you in their web, and they chase you until you're caught. But it is a challenge for them. I will say that. I feel that you are not going to just let anybody into your energy. And I for some reason, I feel like that they're not used to that. They're not used to somebody saying no to them. So they could be very, very attractive. A lot of people are interested in them. So that could be going on. Spirit, please share with me. What is it? Tell me about this uniqueness. Tell me about this not giving up energy. I have an R, relax, take time for you. I'm just going to say, let it unfold. I feel like there's nothing that you have to do. This person's going to chase you. You just have to sit back and kind of see what they do. If they're legit, they're going to be consistent. They're going to ask you on a real date. They're going to take you to a nice place. They're going to treat you with respect. They're going to thank you for the date. They're going to ask you to go out with them again. They're going to call and make, after you go inside, they might send you a text message, thank you for the night, so they're going to do the right things if this is the person who's supposed to be with you. So you got to just let them kind of, if they really want you, then that's the expectation. It's how I feel. You should be, show me. Don't just seduce me. Take me out to dinner, for God's sakes. You can't buy me dinner. You're not in my league. I have a V for venture, in process, go on the journey. Somebody's ready to make a move. So is it an adventure? Yeah, it could be an adventure. I have the letter E, expansive, being social. I do feel like you meet this person in a very social environment, and I feel like there's a lot going on, and you're kind of, you're not playing your hand, right? You're holding it close. You're mysterious. They're trying really, really hard to see what makes you tick. And you're like, I'm just not playing this game with you tonight. If you want more information about me and you want to spend some time one-on-one, then that's a different story. But I'm not going to just sit here and spill tonight, everything about myself. I have an Magick, using your power. You're a charming person. So I don't even feel like you have to work very hard. I feel like it's just, they keep saying, if you look at me one more time, I feel like the eye contact, they see something in your eyes. Is it, how do I want to say it? They see their future. They see something in your eyes. So it's definitely a eye contact conversation, like the person that you can have a full conversation with just eye contact. And you don't even have to say anything. And this person's like going crazy inside, like, oh man, you're torturing me. All right, let's get some initials, but eye contact's going to be huge in this particular connection. Your eyes are going to be like, ooh, something like that. Let's get some initials. First initials, last initials. Let's see what they're saying. Okay, I've got a big, beautiful bowl of initials dice. The letter D, E, U, A, G, L. I have an M, O, G, X, J. I have an E, M, K, J, H, and I have a U. Okay, so some of you could be able to spell a whole person's name. That's sometimes fun. And others of you have first initials, last initials, your initials. Don't worry if you don't see, what you're looking for. It's sometimes you find them, sometimes you don't. All right, let's see what else they want us to know about this connection. I like the I like the whole chemistry between us. I like the obviously there's chemistry. The eye contact alone is telling me that there's something going on here, that we're interested in each other, we're attracted to each other. And I also have this kind of telepathic connection happening. So it could be a soulmate, a twin flame. But I think that eye contact, we both kind of are blown away with it. Like, I swear to God, I was having a conversation with this person from across the room, just looking at them. I have seduction. Get ready to be seduced. I think that it is someone's trying to seduce you. And that's a no-brainer, that it's absolutely going on, but you're playing your card close to your chest. And again, I'm not going to give it away. You got to earn it. You got to treat me right. I have a spider. Be meticulous and patient. This person is going to try to catch you in their web. I'm going to catch you. There's something about you that I want to have you in my world. I want you to feel what I'm feeling. Who are you? You're mysterious. A harlequin. True feelings are masked. Maybe you're really excited about this person, but you're not showing it. Maybe you're like, ooh, who is this person? But I'm not going to give them the benefit of the doubt. I'm not going to give them the benefit of they're really turning me on. I'm going to play that I'm really not that interested in you and watch them squirm. There's a part of me that feels like that. I have Medusa. Jealousy leads to a downfall. This person could see that you could be with a lot of different people, this person, or vice versa. And maybe that's something that you're worried about. Like, is this a player, would be something I would be thinking. Is this somebody that they flirt with everybody? They try to seduce a lot of people. I'm not playing their game. I'm not interested in that. I want a real relationship. I want a real person. So, yeah, I mean, there would be a feeling of, especially if you're very attractive, I could see where this person is, you know, somebody else is going to catch you. So I could see that. Let's see what we have for some charms. Let's see what our charms are saying. Okay, so this beautiful bowl of charms. So let's get a few. Yeah. Okay. Beautiful. Let's get the signs. If there's some signs first, I like that. I have a Virgo. I have a Leo. And some initials, so we'll get the initials. I have a K. I have the letter E. I have a T. I have some months that are important. I have a February, could be a month that somebody's born. And I have October. Okay, I'll take October. We're in October, our October reading. I have the number 5, it looks like. 5 days, 5th of the month. Maybe we're going to meet them this weekend. That would be exciting. Okay. I have a baby. Somebody maybe has a child. Okay, maybe. Yeah, I'm not going to just be with anybody. If I have a child at home or children, I'm going to make sure that whoever I'm starting a relationship with is worth it. It's not just a fling or being used. I'm not interested in that. I have a heart, a hat, and I have, it's almost like a garden hat. And it says my garden. So maybe somebody likes to work in the yard, and you always wear a hat, you wear a visor, you wear gloves. I love being out in my yard. I like being in my planters. I have tomatoes. Maybe I have a real garden. I have a vegetable garden, flowers. So somebody who loves to garden. I have a high heel. This feels like a night out. I'm just going to put this like Paris Eiffel Tower and this high heel together. It just feels like a night out, like in a elegant city, nightlife energy. Maybe I live somewhere where I do go out. There's dance clubs, there's bars, there's all kinds of social places to go. I go with my friends. Like we get dressed up. It's a lot of fun. So that feels good. This feels like part of a broom. I know it's like a tassel, but it came into me as like the broom part, but you know, almost like a hand broom where you go like, you know, you sweep things away like a brush. So it feels like I'm sweeping away the stuff I don't want to deal with, the stuff that, you know what, you're playing games with me. So I feel like they know that, like you sweep them away, you push them away. And again, I feel like that somehow triggers them to that there's something about you that's different, because those pickup lines or that flirting or those smiles have always worked on everybody else. So why would you be sweeping them away? So it's almost it's like the opposite of what they're used to. So it opens them up to like, who are you? And how come you're not interested in me? And how come my pickup line, so to speak, don't work with you? Because you see right through it. You see their game. And you're like, if you have more substance than this, then you'll act like an adult and start a relationship the right way. And maybe they do. I'm hoping they do. You're a mystery. And they are definitely turned on by that. Spirit, what else do you want us to know about this connection? Let's just get a couple more cards. I'm curious. What's going on around this connection? Fun reading. I have a 3 of Swords. Yeah, I'm not going to just be with anybody that's going to break my heart. I don't blame you. I have a 10 of Cups. I want it all. You know, I want somebody who wants to be in a relationship. I want a happy home. I want a happy life. I just had deja vu in my psychic reading while I'm channeling. I just had deja vu about the happy home and you know, for me and my children. You know, it's like I already know what I want, so that felt good. I have a eight of Pentacles. I work hard. I'm putting a lot of effort into another area of my life. I don't have times to play. I don't have time to play games. I don't have time to waste with somebody who's, you know, potentially a player would be your first impression of this person. This person's going to come around. I feel like that you're going to almost put them in their place and say, hey, you know, to be with somebody like me, you've got to have something to offer. And I feel like they take that pretty seriously. And then they say, yeah, I better be a grown up here and, you know, come back with a generous offer, come back with, I want to take you out. I want to wine and dine you. You know, I want to treat you right. You know, something like that. I have a Fool. Get ready for a new beginning. I do feel like they're going to sweep you. Page of Cups. There is a sense of charm all the way around with this person. And that eye contact, this kind of banter or this kind of back and forth energy of you're going to have to work a little harder to win me over. I feel like it's a lot of fun. I feel like not in a kidding way, not in a manipulative way. I feel like you're setting the ground rules as to this is how someone would have to treat me in order to be with somebody like me. So you want any one of those people, go for it. I'm sure they'll all go home with you tonight, but I'm not going home with you tonight. So it's more along those lines. So your morals, your ethics, your values win is really what's happening. Spirit, please share with me, when is this happening? I have within 3 months. I have it's happening now. It could be maybe over the weekend, like I said. I have ghosting, not likely. I don't know. Maybe you'll say, I'm not doing it. Maybe you see them as a player. You know, you just don't have enough information, you know, unless they step forward with this offer, then you're just going to think that they're a player and you're not going to put any more time into it. It's up in the air until they physically call and make an appointment, schedule a date, want to see you, want to get to know you. Yeah, it's up in the air. It's not real until it gets started. But I do have the Fool card. I have June being important, birthday month maybe. I have May, June, blossoms, flower blooming. I have try later. Okay, bottom of the deck, I have this week. Okay. I think that this person is going to have to try pretty hard to win you over. But it is also, like I said, people fall in love with somebody who's different. You're unique. That, you know, they've had the same type of person over and over again that they've dated. And obviously it didn't work. So what are they going to do differently this time? They're going to find somebody who is a challenge to them, isn't like all the others. And that's what's going on here. Can I have some loving messages, please, Spirit? I wish I could go back in time. That came into me as I wish I met you 10 years ago. Like, I don't know. There's a part of me that I don't know how old either one of you are, but it's almost like I want more time with you. Destiny will help us find each other. If we haven't found this person yet, then just know that, you know, fate, we had the Wheel of Fortune earlier. Fate, destiny is working in our favor. I'm determined to make things right. You could have been really turned off by them, and maybe they turn around and call you and apologize and say, oh, I was coming on a little too strong the other night. Can we try again? Can we start over? Please don't shut me out. Please give me a chance. I've waited a lifetime for you. You're the type of person I really want to be with. I can't see myself with anybody else but you. You captured them very quickly, and I feel like they are going to give this a good try. They are going to really try to sweep you off your feet. You're a challenge to them, and they like it. They probably have a very strong personality. They probably are very self-confident, and they're loving the fact that you're challenging them. And so it's the chase is on. How about that? I think it's fun. It's all in good fun. Okay. Falling in love comes in a lot of different ways, but this feels like somebody who is getting ready to, they're going to have to put in some hard work, some little bit of elbow grease to win your love. I want to thank Spirit for these messages today. If you are new to my channel, please remember to hit that like, subscribe, ring the notification bell. Comment below, claim it, own it, it's yours. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, please go to my website, KathyMamolenPsychicMedium.com. Check out my other 2 YouTube channels, my Pick a Card channel, and I have a Twin Flame Soulmate channel, and I'll put the links in the description. You can find those very easily. Thank you for being here. Have a great October, and we'll see you again in another love reading real soon.